Hello, Dream Team. Welcome back to our podcast.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beautiful people, Dream Team? Welcome to another exciting podcast of Here's a Thought with the Max. My name is Lerato Macheta.
And my name is Petola Macheta.
Why are you laughing?
Because before we went, hello, Dream Team. Ke mo shapile ka domestic issue.
Yeah. Standard. Guys, and this is the thing.
You should have seen his face. He was like... And then I just
Did
went,
I really do that?
And I just went, hello, Dream Team.
What was the domestic issue? I don't even remember what the domestic issue was. Guys, welcome back. If you haven't done so yet, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that notification bell to know every single time we upload a new installment. Thank you for everybody that is smashing that thanks button. We really appreciate you. We see you. And don't be scared, guys. Just do that thing.
As
you know what I'm saying?
Leads.
Yes, as the spirit leads. My God, I'm about to break out into a sermon.
So today, we want to have this, but before I have this interesting conversation, I remember Hagwe has been watching this show, the Merrell Twins on YouTube, right? Yeah. And then she stopped watching them and we said, Hagwe, why don't you watch those guys anymore? Was it the Merrell Twins? No, it wasn't.
It was Sniper Wolf.
Sniper Wolf. Yeah. And then she was like, I'm sorry. Like she went away for 2 weeks and then she came back and she didn't even apologize. And she just carried on like nothing happened. So...
Unreservedly, we apologize.
Sorry that we've been away for 12 days. Someone did make it evident in our comment section that we've been away for 12 days and we sincerely apologize. We are here now and
we'll do better. We'll be better soon.
We are, you know. Yeah. We are busy.
We are repenting while we are busy, you see.
So this conversation that we're having today was sparked by the other day.
Funniest thing happened.
So we love taking baths together, right? We mentioned it in our previous installment. It's time for us to recap and catch up. So as I was about to finish, I see this broer here laughing.
Yeah.
But it was
to
like
myself.
To himself.
It was like a little chuckle.
So then I'm like, how? What's up? Maybe please tell the story.
So my wife is getting out the bath. I'm staying in the bath. I'm just gonna like still hang out a bit. And she takes her washing rag. I wish I could show you. So she takes her washing. She's standing, and she takes her washing rag, dips it in the water like this, and goes like Vasco Mong. You understand? And I looked at her.
I'm like bent over.
And she's bent over. And I just looked at this picture and I was like, yo, guys, you can take the girl out of Sasha, but you can't take Sasha out of the girl. No, she was alive. She was alive.
That is so hilarious.
It was just interesting. I just had a moment of... Well, look at that.
And also we're moving into our old age where we just do old people's things.
That's true.
No, not really old
also
age,
because our kids
but we're
as
becoming more like our parents.
Yeah, and our kids as well just find us weird. We're in that stage right now where they're just like, what do you mean you don't know that? Like.
So which brought us to this conversation about the things that we sort of grew up witnessing, the things that we grew up with, and what are the things that we should take forward and what are the things that we should leave behind.
Yeah,
so
we must leave Vascoms behind, guys, like certain traits, because now we're going to be in Sentin and...
No, so guys, Lerato dries himself with a towel.
I used to.
So I dry myself with a wash and rag.
Imagine.
With a vas lab. Like,
in what world, guys?
That's how I grew up. I wring my vas lab and the towel is just for me to cover myself from the shower to wherever, maybe the kitchen.
Nobody ever.
But that's how I do it. How do you guys?
Here's the thing.
How do you guys dry yourself? Do you use a wash and rag, which is a vas lab, or Here's
the thing.
Yeah.
It's a washing rag for washing.
Okay.
It's a drying towel for drying.
Guys, na ka hola byalo ne? Ke ene o tla translate ke. Ko ke holetseng ko teng. Ne? Ne ke thaba ka vas lab, ke phumula ka vas lab. So
and then you cover yourself with a towel.
With a towel.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What was crazy to me was that you used to judge me
for drying
myself with a towel. I
guess maybe I also didn't get it because then there would be a mess afterwards. Like the towels would be left on the floor, these soggy towels. So for me,
it's not that they were on the floor, it's that they were wet.
I just cover myself with it and then I fold it back again. So babe, what are the things that you grew up with and you're just like, you know what, this one I'm leaving behind and this one I'm taking forward?
One thing that I really love that we adopted in our house is knocking.
Oh yeah.
That was really instilled in, like, you knock before you enter.
But have I always knocked when you met me? Is it something that I struggled with?
It's not something that you did.
Oh yeah, we just like go.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not something that you did. But with the kids, it's really important because if you don't teach them to knock, they're going to find you knocking.
Knocking on each other.
Now things are knocking now. But you should have knocked.
And funny thing is, we actually don't have locks.
Yeah, we don't.
In our house. We don't have locks in the girls' room. We don't have locks in our bedroom.
Because what are you doing that needs... And also, we also have a 4-year-old who's very... That one would lock herself in her room. Easily.
So my parents used to knock. And when they... Not to knock, to lock.
Yeah.
Lock, not knock.
Yeah, when they were knocking.
And when they locked, we just knew.
You knew what time it was.
Like you would just go into their room and then there's silence, and then you knew.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's so embarrassing. That's weird. I'd rather you knocked. So my parents wouldn't lock their bedroom door. As a matter of fact, they would never lock their bedroom door. If they did, then it was just like, But anyway. So what we would do, but we would always knock. So you'd never know if the door was locked. Because you'd knock and you wouldn't dare enter before somebody says, come in.
Okay.
Or not now.
Okay.
Or somebody. You understand? We are busy. You know.
Somebody's busy.
Somebody.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So what was weird about my folks? I'm gonna say it.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry. So my old man.
Yeah.
Like. So I would knock, guys. And then silence.
Okay.
And I'm like, in my head, somehow, I figured that, no, they didn't hear me.
Yeah.
I must knock again. So I would knock again. Louder. And there would be silence.
Okay.
And I'd be like, no, man, they didn't hear me. You know? Then I would knock again.
Yeah.
Then you'd hear my dad guys, my dad roars. Né? He has like this. And you'd hear him go, no! You're just like, what? Nigga. What? Why are you so sensitive?
Oh my goodness.
But then we knew that no, they're knocking. It took some time, but eventually I was like, it's going down. And my mom would never say a word.
Wow.
I'm just like, which makes me, wow, that's weird. Okay, let's just put that in a box and
then shelve it.
Yeah.
So another thing for me that I am glad that we adopted and that I would want to leave behind is the fact that we have a culture of eating around the table.
Yeah.
So I didn't grow up like that.
Oh, geez, I think I wrote that.
Oh, okay.
Flap.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can just embellish.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I didn't grow up like that. It was just weird. Like, batlathola, they would dish up, and then everyone would just take their positions. You know, you could be sitting
in front of the TV,
someone else's, and sometimes we wouldn't even eat at the same time.
Yeah.
Right? So my dad was an amazing cook. Oh, bless his soul, my dad. He was an amazing cook. Sometimes he would cook and then eat before everyone else because he's just hungry and he loved food, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes he would even cook in the morning. So my mom and my siblings would sleep in. My dad was an early riser, so he'd wake up around 5 and 5 in the morning. And sometimes like he'll make pap first thing in the morning, but he'll eat by himself. And then when we wake up, then we'll start eating, but
then you find
different
the food
directions, you know. But we've adopted this culture of sitting around the table. I mean, I don't cook as often as I would like to, and my husband doesn't cook as often as I would like him to. But when I do cook, we sit around the table and we eat as a family and we catch up. And I was saying to Lerato the other day that I'm seeing that it's inspired a lot of confidence in our kids. Our kids are very vocal and they are very confident, and a lot of the confidence comes across when we are around the dining table, and they'll share stories about their teachers, and we also pick up on nuances, you know, like new things that they do, right?
Things that we didn't know that they know as well.
They know, like Leroy would say something
outlandish,
and
that you're just like, what? How do you know that?
How do you know that? So we are. It's a time of discovery for us. It's a time of connection. It's a time of ministering to each other, and I feel like it's a time of worship also. Right, because we also get to glorify God in that setup, because I think that's what God wants for the family unit to connect.
Yeah. Look, we all get very busy. You know, life gets busy, and the busier you get is the busier you get. You know, that's kind of what we're learning. And just at least having that one intentional time that you can put aside, right? To spend with your wife, spend with your kids, spend with your husband as well, other way around. You know what I'm saying? And just have conversation, because I remember I was listening to a podcast recently, and a psychologist was talking about the importance of scheduling sex. Give me a second, I'm going somewhere. Right? And they were saying that sometimes...
We scheduled ours.
No, we haven't. No, actually, I was watching it because of the discussion that we had. Okay. You know, I was kind of doing some research and stuff.
Okay.
And you know, so even that is a small thing that can really go a long way, because you're intentional about, okay, this is what we're going to do, and there are going to be no phones. Now, what's great is our kids don't get on social media devices or watch TV during the week.
So there's no screen time.
Like no screen time. Zero. At all.
From Monday until
Thursday. And then from Friday, when they come back from school until Sunday evening, they take full advantage. They're just like, okay, it's our time, right? So just like that, you know, sitting around the table and spending that time where you're not on your device, you're connecting, you're chatting, because you actually sometimes don't even realize how much you aren't connecting until you do the activity, and then you're like, wow, this is amazing, you know. I know my kids a little bit more, you know. I know about their day, and it's important, I think, for their self-worth for them to know that you care about their day. You care about where they are emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, you know, their friendships, all of that, and socially, I guess.
Okay, so that was mine. What is yours?
That was mine also. I don't have another one, but let me think. What should we leave? Oh.
I've got one.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Okay, no, you go.
No,
you
go.
You go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think what we should leave behind is this idea that parents are never wrong. Like, Papa, why? Because I said so. Now I've been guilty. I'm not gonna lie, because my girls test me. They test me sometimes, and sometimes ultimately, you know, because I'll do the explaining, you know. I go, no, because this, and no, but and then at some point I'm like, because I said so, you know, make it happen. But let's normalize dialogue, guys. I think we grew up with a generation of parents, and I must be fair, my parents were definitely different as far as allowing space for dialogue.
Liberal.
Yeah, definitely more liberal. So I'm just saying, as a general thing, like especially amongst our people, like, guys, let's leave room for dialogue. Let's leave room for like back and forth, you know, in your household. Let's leave room to apologize, you know, as parents, and say, yo, baby, you know what? I'm sorry, I was wrong, you know. Let's leave room for for disagreeing. Like, you're allowed to disagree amicably with your kids, you know, and for them to also normalize that, because what that then does is I'm happy that Lehakwe, our older daughter now, is able to have certain conversations with her teacher, you know, when she disagrees with something, because I haven't told her, hey, you respect your elders. No, yes, you can still put your point across with the utmost respect.
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree. And I think, baby, in the spirit of having conversations with our kids, I think there needs to be a balance. So one thing that I would like to sort of take forward is, in having dialogue with our kids, how much are we sharing with our kids? Because I find that we share quite a lot with our kids.
Sometimes we feel like we overshare.
We overshare, and I feel like it causes them a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah. So some things are not their problem.
So I'll give an example. So maybe if we are planning a trip or planning something significant in our home, I feel like sometimes we let them in too soon, right? And with kids, they are susceptible to huge disappointments.
Are we there yet?
Yeah. When is this happening, right?
Yeah.
But also, we thought that we're doing it because we don't want to pull the rug out of their feet. So we want to give them enough preparation time. But I find that sometimes it causes them anxiety because we overshare. I mean, with our parents, which is also like a catch-22, because sometimes they wouldn't share things with us. A lot of the conversations were had behind closed doors. So we wouldn't really know about certain situations or the financial situation in the home. So sometimes we try to let our kids in, but I can see, like, they'll have questions like, oh, do you have money to buy me this thing?
And then you feel so bad. Then you're just like...
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it teaches them the principle of understanding the value of money when you let them in, but how much of letting them in should we do?
I think that should be a discussion.
Yeah.
I think that should be a discussion, because there are pros and cons on both sides. And I feel like you need to pick a lane. And then leave enough room for the gray area, you know, that you need to. So legend has it that the Jewish community, what they'll do, a practice in their home, for instance, is when there's a business problem that they're facing, they sit around the table as a family with all the kids and the parents.
Yes.
And they discuss it and they say, how are we going to solve this? How are we going to fix this? I think what that inspires in a child is problem solving from a young age, you know, where they're looking at business principles. And can you imagine, here's this kid from the age of 5, they're interacting with budgets, and they're interacting with what do you call it? Demand, supply and demand, and whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they're listening into these conversations. I think that's fascinating, and it's brilliant. But the other side is, how do you manage the worry? So it's like, no, don't worry about it, but we want you to be a part of the conversation, you know?
Yeah.
But
I love it.
Yeah.
So there's one thing that I would like to take from your side of the family.
Okay.
That we should take
forward. I've got one. Seeing that you presented that. Yeah.
So I would love for us to... So your grandfather, Mr. Kennedy.
Yes.
So you told me something amazing about him, that he would wake up very early in the morning and walk around the house and cover the house in prayer.
Yeah.
So... And you're up.
And when you look at his kids.
And when you look at his kids, they are all rooted in the word. They are all rooted in the Lord. And in that all of 5. Them, all 5 of them, they are saved, sanctified, washed by the blood of Jesus. And in line with that, there's also something that my grandmother used to do. She would sort of gather all of us. Every night when we were visiting for the holidays, every night, and it would be a time of prayer. Without fail, my grandmother would do that. So as much as we are a house that prays, we are a house that loves Jesus, I really think that we can up the ante in that regard. So we did start doing devotions with the kids. It was daily devotions, and when things get busy, it fell off. So I think that is something that I really just want to take forward, because I could see the kids were excited. They were learning about the word.
One of them was excited.
Okay, how great.
The other one was doing gymnastics all over the house.
And you were like, no, just leave her, because she is learning.
Yeah, I think as well, because I didn't want her relationship with devotions to be like, oh, boring.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, because sometimes it's boring when you are a child.
Yep. It was boring. It was boring for us. Yeah, just like, my grandmother. And utla stata ka se fila.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. You remember I tried to do that?
I was just like, we don't do that here. Shame. I need to. I just found it funny. Like I couldn't take it seriously. I was like,
you thought about your mother.
I was just like, we are not.
Those people.
We are not here, guys. Like, shame. Maybe I need to.
Oh my goodness.
I need to change my mind about that. But I was just like, no.
So which one for you?
So from your family, man. One thing that we can do better, as a family. Yo, baby, your family is tight, eh? Like, your family has family groups of cousins.
Sorry, wait. Who?
Your extended family.
So you're saying who can do better?
We and my side of the family.
Oh,
so our nuclear family and my side of the family. There are cousin groups. There's family groups. There's you guys get together. You bribe. You know, there are drinks. There, hey guys, we haven't seen each other in a long time. Let's just more spacing. And that's dope.
We always create an excuse.
That's
to meet.
A brilliant culture to have.
Yeah, a
brilliant culture to have. That I'm like, we need to do more of that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else, guys. Please, in the comment section, what it is.
Share
what is it? Oh, and funny thing is, with things that you grew up with, I find that in the home, I'm still using the products that I grew up on. Fabric softener, I still use Stay Soft.
Yeah. Wait, it's not an advert, yeah. Because now...
Okay, now they must pay us.
Because now, what's that other one? The other one that you bought the other time, the fabric softener. What was it? The really strong one, man.
It was Stay Soft.
No, man, it wasn't Stay Soft.
Oh, Comfort.
It was Comfort. Now Comfort is going to say, the Max Sweet. Wait. They said they use Stay Soft. We can't work with them. Just leave those brands out.
Yeah, but I just
But how many brands do you... So...
I used the toothpaste. I still use the dishwashing liquid.
I think I used Mentor and P.
Oh my! I know when I met you, like you used Mentor and P. I was like, who uses Mentor and P?
That was my family.
I used Colgate.
Yeah.
Mentor and P.
I think so.
I was like, who uses Mentor and P? Mentor and P. If you reach out, we can work.
Yeah. I think I used Mentor and P.
And now we use.
We use the other one.
I know which one do we use.
The other one.
We use the Glow something now. Remember we moved to Aquafresh and then now we moved this Glow, whatever.
But we can use anyone. Anyone is fine. We can use anyone.
So dishwashing liquid, I still use what we used at home.
Same one. That hasn't changed.
The one thing that I've changed that you didn't like is the lotion. We used to use this. Guys, who knows Loshio Brunel?
The ghetto.
Loshio Brunel. You haven't used...
Guys,
you haven't used lotion.
I was so confused.
Until you've used Loshio Brunel.
I was so confused because here was this out of this world gorgeous piece of God's creation, and I couldn't. There was this smell that I was just like,
my mom still uses Loshio Brunel, and it still gives me that nostalgic feeling. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't use it as a family.
and yeah, there's just certain things that just, I guess, are in your DNA.
Yeah, for sure.
So please do write in the comment section, what is it that you would like to, what tradition or culture would you like to leave behind or take forward?
Yeah. And if you're still here, please type tradition in the comments.
Yes. Or
tradition. Forward. You see, we give them so many words.
Okay, tradition.
Next time I'll just ask you, what word should they?
Yes.
Okay, so put tradition. Hashtag tradition.
We love you guys.
Right. We love you. We appreciate you. Once again, if you haven't done so yet, please remember to like, subscribe. Guys, we've been in the 60,000 area.
Yeah, now. Guys, it's boring now.
I'm not going to tell you again. Tell a friend. To tell a friend. To tell a cousin. To tell a neighbor. To tell a... Because now we're coming up on 3 years now this September. That we will have had this channel. Can we just get to us to
70K?
You understand?
We're not even asking for hundreds.
And while you're at it, go find us on Instagram.
Please. It's at the underscore max.
Guys, it's MAKHS.
Oh, baby, can I also say something? Yeah. Guys, please can you interact with our paid posts? Because we are doing that because of you and this platform. This platform has opened doors for us. And then work is coming in. Then we're posting paid partnerships. Siriri. No interaction.
You understand?
Just love.
We post and then you guys, the number you have dialed is not available.
Just say, oh guys, I love this drink.
Oh my gosh.
I love this chocolate.
That chocolate is my favorite.
Guys, just do the right
my
thing.
family, we have, my gosh, you guys, please. I would have never bought this chocolate had it not been for you guys posting this chocolate that you obviously eat.
Yeah, it will get us more work, more engagement to brands, translates as ukilabona.
Just so that we can continue just doing this.
This passion project.
This is the passion. We don't charge for this.
We don't get paid for this.
We don't get paid for this.
Like YouTube
but smash
money.
That thanks. But
it's like
I don't get paid
YouTube money.
What is that? YouTube monopoly. Paper. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Have an incredible day. Peace and blessings. My name is Rot Macheta. It's my beautiful wife, Petola. One time, too real. Oh, yes.
We are.
You know what it is.
Bye.
Bye.